Oh, I love me a good Ponzi scheme, don't you? Love reading about them. Here's a little bit of a something something. So the idea of a Ponzi scheme is that you've got this bunch of players at the start, let's just say they all put their money in, whatever, and they are promised something, some kind of a reward. So that reward is going to come from the next people putting money into the system. Let's say there's 1,000 people, or 10 people. They've put $1,000 in each, and they're promised, I don't know, $100 a month. So next person comes in, they drop their $1,000. That $1,000 is instantly distributed to the first comers. They all get their $100 a month, and it's like fantastic. But now there's no money in the system because you've just dispersed it. So how do people keep getting their money? Is more people keep coming into the system. So you are feeding the current system by having inputs from outside the current system. Now, I'd just like to point something out. Every time someone gets a loan, they are taking an advance on their future income, but they're promising to pay back more than they borrowed. So the more money has to come from somewhere. The more money comes from other people borrowing or taking advances on their income and throwing it into the system. So unfortunately, our economies are basically one big gigantic Ponzi scheme. Now, in terms of the cities themselves, they are the same. The land developer gets an empty block of land and they put everything into that land to make it livable. They put roads, power, sewage pipes, water pipes, everything that goes in. And now that comes with that initial sale of the block of land. The city or the town gets all that money. Thank you very much. That's really good. Now, what happens in 30, 40, 50 years' time when that infrastructure needs replacing? You don't have the land and everything on top of that to sell again to generate the funds to replace that infrastructure like you did the first time when it was developed. So that fading infrastructure gets replaced by money that's coming in from sales of the new thing. Exactly like a Ponzi scheme. So what does that mean? It means that all of our cities continually need to expand and grow. Otherwise, it will be revealed that they are all a Ponzi scheme and they will collapse. And all our economies need to continually expand and grow into new areas. Otherwise, it will be revealed the whole system is a Ponzi scheme and will collapse. But what if there's no more new areas to go into? Well, then the system collapses and we need to somehow figure out a way that we can restart the system a little bit differently, or so that it looks a little bit differently. And of course, when I say restart, I mean reset.